Welcome. I'm Trina Medves. Join me here. I've got two blocks. You can add pillows, towels, whatever you've got, blankets. But the point of this, and I've got a little ball, you don't need this. I'm just adding little props to my session. So I woke up with a whole bunch of back pain, and I want to just give you some stretches. So we're going to sit comfortably in a chair or on the floor. And if you have trouble sitting cross-legged, you can prop your legs up like this, or I'm going to add today, I'll show you the side view, again, a pillow or a block. So we're going to start with some circles around the body. Now, anytime you have any kind of pain ailments in your body, I want you to work them out. We're going to circle one direction and go the other. You don't have to look exactly like me. You're going to look how you look. I had a workout schedule today, a lift, and my body is so tight, go one direction and then the other. And so instead of powering through, I'm going to do this to limber up before my workout. You can use this in the morning, at night, after your workout. It's a great little tool class that you can put in your toolbox. So as we just settle back to normal, I want you to do a little bit of assessment. So come back to neutral spine, separating the fleshy parts of the glutes so that you're sitting right on those pelvic floor, perineum. And we're going to notice whether we're arching. So I naturally want to curve because I've got this back pain. So we're just going to come forward and back, inhaling and exhaling. Close your eyes if you can and just let your body flow and move. Breathing. So we're just getting a sense, a little inventory of what's happening maybe with our neck, our spine, our back. We're going to relax the jaw. Now, can you go a little further? We're just looking for some range of motion that we can get. Pull the shoulders back and down and away. And then let's just settle in and see how it feels to just come forward gently. Now, you might be really stuck. You might feel really loose. If you do, just creep your hands a little bit and give a sway from side to side. I like to think of elbow drops towards the ground. So as I get into this, I can feel I'm very tight up my back. And what I'm looking for is if I looked at myself in a mirror and I just kind of assessed myself, where's my range of motion? So I'm going to practice on dropping the elbows gently. And if you don't feel like you're elevated enough, grab yourself another pillow or another block. Inhale at the center, exhale, inhale, exhale. You're moving with your body. Now I'm feeling a little bit more range, so I'm going to move my hands a little bit more forward. You stay where it feels good. Inhale, exhale on the drop. Inhale and exhale. Inhale on the lift, exhale on the drop. Now, if it feels good, stay here in a little bit of a static stretch. So, thinking about pulling the shoulder blades back and down, I can already feel a little bit of that tension. And I'm going to think of lifting my heart up. So, your gaze is neutral. You're probably closing your eyes, peek at me, and then you don't need to look at me anymore. I want you to just listen to the cues. We're slowly going to walk the hands back, really rounding the back a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. We're going to come up, bring the hands back, and we're going to lift and open the heart. This might seem so simple, but as we walk the hands back, think of lengthening slowly and mindfully, heart down towards the floor. Big exhale. Inhale, come up. Slide the hands slow. Everything is like a slow, slinky motion. Hands come back, lifting the heart and exhale. This is something you can do when you get out of bed. You do a couple of minutes of this. I should have, look at, I'm shitting on myself. Exhale, move at your own pace. I should have done this first thing in the morning, but instead I woke up and my ego said, you said you were having a workout. Exhale, heart lifted. And instead of listening to myself, I thought I'd be powering through. So luckily, we get to benefit from my stubbornness. Hope open up and let's reassess at the top here. So let's just wiggle into this again, separating those fleshy parts of the glutes and just think and a deep exhale. Let's take 2 breaths from the belly. So if you want to place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and just inhale through the nose and out the nose if you can, or out the mouth. And one more, and exhale. Now just drop the hands, drop the shoulders. We're going to do one of my favorite moves. You can do this standing, sitting, kneeling. We're going to rotate, and I could hear that. So listen to that breath right there. If I go too far, my breath is going to shift. So I want you to think of rotating the elbows just side to side gently. We're breathing through the nose, out the nose if you can. Now think of bringing the hands a little bit together, but dropping the shoulders and being a little bit more powerful in this movement. You might get yourself a natural little crack in the spine, and that's okay. Still, the hips are glued to the floor. Breathing, there's a crack for me. We're going to go for 4, 3, nice and long. Close your eyes if you can. 2, and 1, and relax. Once again, come back to neutral. Just let those arms sink to the ground. Feel that energy in your body. Feel that energy. Relax, wiggling the shoulders, just moving and seeing how you're feeling. And then from this position, if you can, take out your block or your pillow. And I want you to see how you feel when you sit up into this position. Does it feel like you want to go like this? Because we're all slouchy from our phones and our computers, all the sitting and driving. Are you able to activate? So, really bring the hands into the top of the shins or right at the knees, or maybe in the back here, it feels more comfortable, and pull down. So, regardless of whether I'm here, here, or here, I'm thinking of active pull. Now, I want you to think and roll and lift the heart. Think and roll, lift the heart. So we're thinking about the spine at the back, rounding and lifting. So let's move with the breath. So let's exhale, heart up, inhale, and down. So move with the breath. Just move with your breath, anchoring those hands, and we're tucking the chin. Tucking the chin. 2 more like this. Exhale up, inhale down, and exhale up. And now relax the feet. Let's pitter patter the legs all the way, just lifting up through the shoulders, back and down, and relax. We're going to add a little movement here. So we're going to cross the legs if we can. And if you struggle at all, if you notice that one leg is really raised, I want you to prop up either blocks or pillows, whichever way. Okay. That's going to help you let go. So we're crisscrossed and we're coming up nice and tall. We're going to drop down towards our left side, lifting behind the ear, up, dropping, exhaling, and coming to the other side. So inhale, exhale to the right. You're thinking of getting your elbow and your armpit to the ceiling. Do this as slow as it feels great for you. Inhale, exhale. The next time we go over to the right, we're going to hold for 2 breaths. So inhale, exhale through the ribs. Inhale, exhale through the rib. Come back to the center, across. Inhale. And I want you to think of, exhale, gluing those hips to the floor. So don't drop over so much that it drops your hip up or lifts your hip up. 2 breaths. So you're moving, inhale and exhale for 2. We're anchoring that elbow, and it might even feel good to get your uh, angle a little bit lower or your anchor a little bit lower. So right now I can't quite get my elbow to the ground, but what we're trying to do is inhale, exhale, get some range of motion in our spine. Over to the other side. 2 breaths. Now we're going to go back and forth. Inhale, exhale. Move a little bit quicker, but with intention and breath. We exhale on the lowering phase. Inhale. You're not going as fast as me. You're finding your own pace. Oh my gosh. I want to use the word delicious. This feels so delicious for my body. I'm going to try to just move these little blocks and I'm going to see where I'm getting to. So move your props or blocks and just see what happens. And I'm gently just placing the hand on the floor, the right hand on the floor, bending right, left hand on the floor. We're going to do this for 2 more times, and I'm feeling a little more range in that side. A lot of times we can get stuck in that low rib cage, right where it connects to the SI and all of those, QL muscles, and they just feel like you're holding your breath, right? We want to be breathing. Come back to center and do that little circular motion again. We're going to do 3 on this side, and then we're going to go 3 on the other. Open up your heart, lift with the heart and relax back to center. So we can use these props if we want to, and we're going to get into that little bit of a tabletop position, and I'm going to bring you directions from here. Shoulder, elbow, wrist in alignment, knee and hip in alignments. The toes can be up like this or flat, whichever you prefer. We're going to move this in that sort of cat and cow. Don't even think about this. You don't have to move like I do. Move like you do all the way. And now what I want you to do is I want you to look over to your right. So you're sort of dropping the left, might even feel good to drop the left elbow. You're dropping almost down to the ground, lifting the ear up to the right, and then coming back to center. And then we're going to drop the right elbow and just lift the ear gently. Now, some of us might like this follow through with the shoulder drop. If you feel that, you can add that. Otherwise, you can stay with me and I'm just dropping the elbow, lifting the ear. So left to right, dropping the elbow, sinking the hips back. And then I'm going to try this under. So I don't want to push anything too hard, and neither do you. We're just dropping it under, adding a little rotation through the spine, gently noticing if your breath would be like this. We don't want the breath heavy and hard. We'll go 1 more to that side and then relax. Let's bring it on to our back as we finish this up. So sometimes I like to add a little prop under my neck. See how you feel. We're going to get into Shavasana where we're lying all the way down. And sometimes I like to add this tiny little pillow for my head. And today that's what I feel like I want. Keep your legs either bent or completely straight just for a moment and connect with the ground. And what I want you to notice here is that space between your back and the floor. So is it really curved? Is it flatter? How's it feeling? Don't do anything except for bringing awareness. So take 2 breaths here with your hands on your belly. Through the nose, out the nose. And you're going to sigh and exhale. Now, if you have the prop, you can remove it, or if you want to keep it, it's up to you. Slide your feet to the floor, and we're going to bring the knees into the chest and just feel a rocking sensation either forward and back, maybe a little bit of a circle here. Just see how that feels in your body. And maybe we're circling the knees in and out, just letting go of the tension in the hips and the back. And one thing that I've been really working on as you circle here is acknowledge everything that shows up for you. Ooh, my back is tight. Ooh, I got a little pinch in my hip. Ooh, my jaw's a little tight. Just acknowledge it and see if you can breathe into this. So let's pull the legs out wide here. So I'm in a nice wide supported position. And this one is always a tough one for me because my adductors, those inner thighs, are really tight. So if you feel that in this example, just take a breath, acknowledge, oh, look what I'm feeling. It's feeling really tight. Resistance is a big thing for us. Rather than just acknowledging, don't resist it. Hold this, breathe, and then close like a book. Put the feet down, and we're going to do those wipers from side to side. So I'm going to take my gaze the opposite side of my twist. I'll encourage you to do the same. I can really feel this tightness up my left side, which I don't usually ever have. So I'm going to acknowledge that, come back to the center, and then exhale into it. Acknowledge the tension, back to the center, exhale to the other side and looking to the opposite side. Inhale back to center. You're just acknowledging that awareness. The next time you get over to your left side, give it a hold. And if you can take your left hand and just bring it across to your waistline anywhere, anchor that side and see if you can reach the arm just a little bit without causing tension in your face, your jaw, your neck. Big sigh. Inhale. Let it go. Anchor the left hand. Now use your abs to bring the right leg over, the left leg over, and let's go to the other side. Anchor, opening up. And I notice I really want to arch here. So I'm going to practice dropping the shoulder and the hip. I'm bringing my right hand over just to that rib cage. Give yourself a little love. Inhale and exhale. Oh, this should feel so good for your body. Exhale back to the center. Now, if this feels good for you, I want you to try this. If not, you can keep your feet on the floor and finish in any position. We're going to take the left foot up, but we're going to do something a little different here. We're going to think about that hip joint. So it's a ball and socket. You can bend the leg as much as you need to and point the toes. I want you to use your hands to really circle small little things. And this might feel really weird for your brain, but you're thinking of that hip ball socket. So it's really, really small. And actually, let's just let the foot go super heavy here and just circle. So I'm really using my hands to just lift it up, almost like someone's lifting my leg bone, giving me a little space. It's just tiny circles, one direction. Let's go the other. Just notice what happens there. Just notice what happens there. Put the foot down, reconnect to the ground, and let's reevaluate that arch that we had at the beginning of our back. So I have a lot less space now. I'm just going to breathe into it before we pick up the right leg. Inhale and exhale. We're doing this slowly and mindfully. That's the goal. Pick the right foot up, give your toes a little point. You're really like your thumbs, you're almost like wrapping around that leg and not letting it go anywhere. Imagine you're doing a stretch for an athlete and you're kind of lifting the leg bone up, the hip socket there, just nice and relaxed. We'll go the opposite way and then let that foot hang really, really heavy. Already, I can feel my back is feeling so much better all the way. Now let it loose. Big breath. Reconnect to that floor and just breathe here with me for a moment. If you have anything at the back of your neck, this is the time to remove it. Connect with the floor. We're going to tuck that chin almost into what I would call a double chin. If it feels good to straighten your legs, go ahead and do that. Just be with me on the floor. Reconnect. Be gentle with your back. Put a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. Tuck that chin. Don't let it get away from you. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do some calming breaths. And once again, if your back feels too tight, you would look like this. Your feet would be on the floor. We're just breathing. We're acknowledging anything that showed up for us, any tight muscles, anything that's showing up for us now. If you're judging your body, if you're frustrated, be aware Just say thank you. Thank you for making me aware. You can't create change when you're in resistance. And being in resistance is, oh, my back's so sore. I should be stretching. I should be doing this. I shouldn't feel that. Don't should all over yourself. Just acknowledge what's shown up for you. I'm dealing with this thing. I want to say thank you for showing up for yourself today. Continue to breathe. If you feel like you need some extra moments in this position, stay here for as long as you need to. And if you want to, reach your hands above your head and just see how that feels. Maybe clasping the hands, maybe just, being gentle with those shoulders. Stay here for as long as you need to, and I'll see you on the next live or replay. Thanks for showing up for yourself and have a great day.